Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Ray Brandt Infinity. I'm Rachel Whittaker. We're back to daily shows with free agency starting March 10th. But first, sports columnist Jeff Duncan joins me with more on the Benson ownership saga. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Rachel, how you doing?
Doing fine. Well, this weekend you wrote about a physical confrontation between Rita Benson LeBlanc and Gail Benson before the Atlanta game in Tom Benson's suite. So, Jeff, this adds yet another dimension to what we know about the dissension between both sides.
Yeah, Rachel, it's a very unfortunate situation. You can empathize with Tom Benson in this situation. I think the incident that we reported on this weekend was just one in many series of things that had happened between the family, and I think the relationship had just deteriorated and devolved so much that Tom Benson felt like he had to act. He had to do something to correct the situation, and I think clearly the incident that happened at the Falcons game in Tom Benson's suite in front of dozens of guests and friends of the Bensons clearly was a last straw, even though a lot of people inside the Saints organization and a lot of representatives of Tom Benson's insist it wasn't a last straw. I think clearly it was, because it led to this series of events that we see now. But I would emphasize that I think Tom Benson would have done everything that he did. He would have cut off his heirs and changed the succession plan, even if this incident had not taken place. I just think it just was kind of the culmination of a long period of time that things had really gotten out of hand.
Right, things unfolding very ugly, I guess you could say, with the lawsuits coming up. And about free agency on the field, the Saints surprised us all last year by signing Jairus Byrd. So, Jeff, you see any big splashes at any spot this year?
No, I think if there's going to be any surprises, Rachel, it's going to be in the cutting variety. Maybe a veteran or two cut. Catherine Terrell, our colleague, reported a week ago that the Saints were actually considering cutting Jari Evans. I think they're going to probably have a very difficult decision to make with Marcus Colston, maybe Ben Grubbs. But as far as going out and landing a free agent, I think it's going to be very difficult to do. And I know we said that last year, but their cap situation's way worse this year than it was a year ago. I know that they have some mechanisms in the contracts of a lot of these veteran players like Junior Galette and Curtis Lofton, where they can convert some roster bonus money to signing bonus money and get them cap compliant. But it's going to be very difficult to get down under the cap to make a big splash. I think that cornerback is a natural position where they need help, and there's a lot of good free agent cornerbacks on the market. I just don't think you're going to be able to find the cap dollars to bring in a starting caliber corner right now. Those guys are averaging $6 million a year. Unless the Saints get really creative, I'm not sure they're going to be able to do that. I think, though, we could see them maybe bring in a second-tier free agent, a guy that might be the third corner in their roster right now.
Right, I agree with you, and it just came out today that the salary cap is just over $143 million. So the Saints checking in about $22 million over right now. So Mickey Loomis and company with some work to do by March 10th. So we'll see how it goes. Jeff, thanks a lot.
All right, Rachel, always a pleasure.
And starting on Tuesday, we'll look closer at the rest of the Saints' positions. Thanks for watching, everybody.